Right now, literally at this very second, there is an epic, microscopic war raging inside of you. It's a relentless, high-stakes battle for your ultimate survival. And honestly, the crazy part is, you don't even feel it happening. The sheer scale of this invisible conflict is just staggering. I mean, we're talking about billions, yes, billions of specialized cells actively working, patrolling, and fighting at any given moment just to maintain your baseline health. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to visually map out the incredible hidden forces that keep you alive day in and day out.
Okay, let's dive into this. Who is actually fighting for your life right now? You know, when we get a paper cut or, say, we breathe in something nasty on the subway, we rarely think about the immediate microscopic response. But we're talking about your white blood cells. They act as our silent guardians. From the absolute first moment of a breach, early responders, like neutrophils and macrophages, throw themselves against the constant barrage of invisible threats. They literally engulf the invaders and sound the alarm for the rest of the immune system.
I want you to really absorb this quote from our source material. The lymphatic and immune systems work together to produce, mature, and use white blood cells to protect the body. Notice the specific action words there: produce, mature, use. This isn't just some random chaotic biological process. No, what we're looking at is a highly coordinated factory and a fiercely disciplined military system designed perfectly for your survival. Every single phase of a cell's life is optimized for ultimate defense.
Part 1. Birth of the Guardians.
So every great defender has an origin story, right? And for our immune system, the scale and efficiency of this genesis is truly awe-inspiring. So the crucial point is that all blood cells originate in the bone marrow. It's easy to kind of picture our immune system as just floating around out in the ether of our bodies, but it actually has a very specific birthplace. That deep, central, spongy tissue inside your bones is the ultimate source. It's home to hematopoietic stem cells. Think of them as the ultimate shape-shifting source of every single defender in this epic story. Through a process called hematopoiesis, this manufacturing plant is constantly churning out billions of new cells every single day to replenish your microscopic ranks.
Think of this as the hero's journey of a white blood cell. That second one, they originate deep in the marrow. By hour one, they enter a crucial maturation phase where they start to figure out exactly what specialized role they're going to play. Come day one, they are already out on vessel patrol. And by day 2, they reach their lymph node staging grounds. This remarkably swift and highly organized life cycle is an absolute biological necessity. Because bacteria and viruses replicate at terrifying speeds, our immune defenders must mature and deploy just as rapidly to keep you from being completely overrun.
Part 2. Training and deployment.
Because just like in any elite military force, simply being born isn't enough. These raw, newly minted cellular recruits must undergo rigorous development to become specialized soldiers. Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark divergence in their training paths. B cells mature locally, staying right there in the bone marrow where they were born to finish their training. But T cells, they pack up and travel to an organ called the thymus to mature. The thymus acts as an absolutely brutal boot camp. Here, T cells are rigorously tested to ensure they don't accidentally attack the body's own healthy tissue. If they fail, they are destroyed. It's a critical quality control step to prevent autoimmune diseases, actively dividing our forces into distinct, highly specialized military units before they ever even see combat.
Once they're trained, they don't just sit around waiting. Step 1. They mature into those specific lymphocytes. Step 2. They begin to circulate. The bloodstream is the express route, but the lymphatic vessels act like a massive parallel drainage and filtration system. These vessels literally sweep up cellular debris, excess fluid, and crucially, foreign antigens, filtering them out of your tissues. And step 3, they constantly monitor for pathogens. This interconnected, vast, complex highway system ensures our guardians are continuously traveling and patrolling every single dark corner of your body.
Along these highways are the secondary lymphoid organs, your lymph nodes, the spleen, and the tonsils. These locations act as the military barracks where our specialized cells gather and wait for the signal. Now, while the lymph nodes are busy filtering that clear lymphatic fluid we just talked about, the spleen has a completely different crucial job. It specifically filters your blood, catching and destroying blood-borne pathogens. And yes, I absolutely mentioned your tonsils. They aren't just useless bits of throat tissue waiting to inevitably get infected and removed. Actually, scratch that, they are vital, strategic frontline outposts for your immune troops, positioned right at the entry point of the body. Who knew, right?
Part 3. Battle against the invaders. The perimeter is breached. The waiting is over. Pathogen detected. This is the exact critical moment. An infection is encountered right there in those secondary lymphoid organs. But how is the alarm sounded? Well, specialized units known as antigen-presenting cells show pieces of the destroyed invader to the resting lymphocytes, while releasing chemical signals called cytokines. These cytokines act as massive biological flare guns. Instantly, the white blood cells shift from dormant patrolling guards to fully, aggressively activated soldiers. The fight is officially on.
And this brilliantly illustrates their distinct combat styles in the heat of battle. Remember their different training grounds? Well, here is where it pays off. B cells act as your heavy-ranged artillery. They produce antibodies, highly specific Y-shaped proteins that fire into the system to lock onto, tag, and neutralize the invaders from a safe distance. T cells, specifically cytotoxic or killer T cells, are your brutal, close-quarters combatants. They don't fire from afar. No, they directly lock onto infected or abnormal host cells and inject deadly enzymes right into them, forcing the compromised cell to self-destruct in a process called apoptosis. It is a precise, lethal tactic to stop an infection from spreading any further.
Part 4. The Ultimate Defense Legacy. The fierce battle subsides. The invaders are completely cleared from your system. Let's move to Rhymfola and see how this builds our future defenses. Look closely at this definition. Memory cells. The impact of this microscopic war leaves a lasting, truly triumphant aftermath. The surviving veterans of the battle physically transform into these specialized memory cells. They remain long after an infection has been defeated, allowing for a faster and exponentially stronger response if the exact same pathogen is encountered again. They permanently patrol your system, remembering the specific antigen of the enemy, so you literally never have to fight the exact same war twice. And fascinatingly, this exact mechanism is precisely how vaccines work. They introduce a harmless version of the invader to safely train these memory cells without you ever having to fight the full-blown dangerous war in the first place. Pretty amazing, right?
Which brings us to our final, lingering question. How will your body prepare for the next unseen threat? Every second of every single day, this silent, ongoing war is keeping you alive. Your guardians are always adapting, always learning, always waiting in the barracks. I really hope this explainer completely changes the way you think about your own biology. Next time you take a breath or recover from a simple cold, just remember the billions of tireless, highly trained soldiers fighting to keep you going.